In recognition of Respect Life Month, the largest archdiocese in the country has unveiled a 5-week initiative to address everything from ending abortion to combating loneliness. The Archdiocese of Los Angeles, in conjunction with the nearby Diocese of Orange, kicked off its webinar series earlier this month, highlighting subjects that are currently impacting the community and the world. Joining us now is Kathleen Buckley Domingo, Director of the Office of Life, Justice, and Peace of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. Kathleen, welcome to the show. Good to have you on. Tell us a little bit more about the initiative and why the Archdiocese started it.
So this year, Respect Life Month is different than we've ever experienced before. And we're really trying to understand what our families who have been at home now for almost 7 months are experiencing and what their needs are. And we decided that we would create resources specifically for them and find out what they're looking for. So resources about mental health, resources about racism and the pro-life movement, things like that are the topics of conversation in our families.
Kathleen, what's the response been so far?
People have been loving the format. We've been sending home resources for discussion for even children in the elementary grades to share with their families about some of these really difficult topics of the day. And then, of course, we have webinars that the adults and older children can join to have these conversations with a Catholic perspective, again, through that lens of Respect Life Month and the dignity of every human person.
Kathleen, you mentioned some of the topics that are going to be discussed in the webinars. What are some of the other topics and why you felt they were important to address?
We know a lot of people right now are very concerned about mental health, especially for our children who remain out of school in LA County and in California. And so we have a lot of resources for people who are combating loneliness and are concerned that their children have good socialization. How can we do that virtually? How can we do that in our families? How can we do that as people of faith?
Let's talk about some of the speakers and who we can expect to hear from.
Last week, we started off with a bang with Gloria Purvis, who is EWTN's own morning show host. She was wonderful. She talked about the intersection of the racial justice movement and the pro-life movement, all based on the dignity of the person. And coming up, we have Aaron Cariotti, who is a psychology professor at UC Irvine. He's been talking to us about frontline workers and how he is helping families, people who have been suffering with COVID, and also those working in the healthcare industry.
Well, Kathleen, thank you so much for coming on and telling us all about this initiative. We really appreciate it. Kathleen Buckley Domingo, Director of the Office of Life, Justice, and Peace of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. Thank you again.
Thank you.